What it is, what it do. How's everything? How are you? Trap Politics TV, trappolitics.com. He is I and I am him. It's your boy Rel. Now let the games begin. I figured I'd get started, and ramble a little bit. I feel like it's been a real emotional day because everybody's out here paying their last pretty much dues and respects to the great Kevin Samuels. And even though we're going to continue to a lot of us will continue to carry on his message, but I got a question that hopefully I could get some people in the room to leave something in the chat or at least join the conversation about the legacy. But I'm gonna just ramble, I got a lot on my mind. I just want to ramble about the modern man, because when I was on YouTube and listening to a lot of these people talk about their struggles and how Kevin helped them through it made me realize, man, that there's a mass majority of men out there. I mean, aside from the fact of the people who were supporting him, it's just like there's a lot of people that felt like they weren't valued anymore, and I definitely want to know what the future holds for a lot of us out there, because I myself felt that way. One reason why I was drawn to Kevin's message, same reason why I believe a lot of people out there was drawn to Kevin's message, was like, we were all feeling like, yo, man, do we really have do we really have a voice out here? Are we really valued? These expectations on a modern man, it's like, where do we stand in this game, right? But first and foremost, I definitely want to pay my respects for what it's worth. The man definitely helped open up my eyes to be a better man. In my last stream, I was wilding. I was wilding out. I was using hella profanity. I was being very ignorant. And, to be a better man, you got to address your flaws and fix them. So that's what I want to do. I want to at least be able to do that on a public forum, live on a very popular platform for those who may or may not be watching this shit. So I figured, why not just, straighten that shit out. I use the B word pretty heavily. But this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? My channel is all about being not only objective, but at least a little bit of being a little spicy, being a little spicy, being very animated a little bit. I'm a pretty animated type of guy, so I like to add a little bit of entertainment as well as structure too, for what it's worth. And hopefully the people, vibes out with that. Hopefully the people, respect that as well, that they're getting a little bit of everything. But I am interested in seeing where the legacy of Kevin Samuels evolves to, how modern men carry themselves. And, I want to take the first step in my life to make a change for the better. Yeah, man, and like I said, apologizing for my last stream is definitely something that I want to do. I want to, at least, if I'm gonna be on YouTube streaming, talking to people, at least be who you want to be, because that's how Kevin would want you to do. Be you, but be the best version of you. going forward. Set expectations for yourself and don't fall short of that. So if an expectation for yourself is to be a better person in front of the camera, do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And do that shit to the best. Because, how could anybody value your message if you don't value your message? But when you're throwing smut on your fucking message, you know what I'm saying? Cursing too, you know what I'm saying? Fall back from doing all of that. Fall back from using vulgarity and just try to be the best that you could be when it comes down to what you want to put out there. Don't try to follow along the lines of what anybody else would want you to be. And all these things, man, all these things I believe Kevin's legacy has done to a lot of younger men. Really gave them a measuring stick to really hold up against their lives, to really have a way to see themselves. And it has impacted me. It has impacted people around me. It has impacted the way how I see my future. And these are the things that his legacy has awoken me to, man. And when I step into some of these YouTube rooms and I'm listening to the type of people that come up on these panels and open up, their hearts to express what Kevin meant to them, it really showed me, man, that a lot of men are really dealing with a lot of hurt because of how they've either been viewed. Even though they may hold themselves up to a high standard, it's like they felt like they've just been viewed less than how high they've held themselves and whatnot. And it's kind of sad because it's like it does something to the psyche when you're trying to break down doors and barriers and it seems like it doesn't work. But it's the strive for better, the striving for more. Is where is where we should see ourselves, not just settling for less just because people aren't giving us the results. And it's not what people are giving us either. It's what we could what we could expect from ourselves. If we expect best from ourselves, go ahead and do that shit. If you're gonna hit the gym, I'm about to knock out so much of pounds. I mean, even for myself, I'm looking at my board right now, right? There's a lot of expectations on my board. I have my mantra up on here, things that I repeat to myself. There's a schedule right here for the whole month. Everything is mapped out in quarters, but none of this stuff would really be on my wall if I didn't get that kick in my ass where it's like, listen, man, don't be average at best. You know what I'm saying? Don't be just living life just taking what's given to you. Go out there and take it. Power isn't given, it's taken. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. I would have never really look at things from that perspective. Certain things like a Kipler's If, you know what I'm saying? If a man has succeeded, definitely read a Kipler's If you haven't read that shit is some powerful shit, and I would not have known that if it wasn't for Kevin. So he kind of hit certain aspects on the head when it comes down to certain men in life. Broad as he may have been, it was direct to the people who needed to hear it at that specific moment. Very interesting when it comes down to the people who you listen to these days, because you'll hop on YouTube, right, and think certain people would bring forth a certain message, right? Like you would hop on YouTube and think, oh, this guy could be able to give me a certain perspective because maybe he's sort of entertaining. But it's like, not everybody could be entertaining and educational. Not everybody could be entertaining and educational at the same damn time. And that's what Kevin did for me, man. Not just Kevin, though. There's other people out there that are the same. A guy by the name of Sub-Zero DVD legend. If you guys know who Sub-Zero is, definitely go over there and check him out. Sub-Zero definitely has a lot of great knowledge, insight, and information. Who else? Star Troy Terrain, the Star Report. A lot of great inciting information. Sinful the P. A lot of great insightful information. I recently got put on to Dennis Sperling, even though he's been around for some time. I'm pretty sure Dennis Sperling will be elevating to that next stature, not of Kevin Samuels at all, but in his own way, because he does have a way of delivering a great message, because he sits down, really puts some thought behind what he says and what he does. So, I recently started listening to some of what Dennis Sperling has been talking about. He's going to be live in a little bit. Man, all these guys, but Kevin really hit home, because a lot of the stuff he talked about was stuff that made me see life from my angle. It's like that unk that'll sit you down and be like, yo, listen, man, he speaks your language. There we go. That's what hit home for me. But the thing is, he didn't always hit home, because not everything he said was, is for everybody. But being able to speak the language of the people who you're trying to relate a message to is always great. A great communicator, man. A great communicator. That's what's great about him, and what I've picked up from him. Being a great communicator. Because man, it's one thing to have a message, but can you communicate that message? Can you convey the product? Can you convey the product, the idea? And that's one thing a great marketer could do. I'm in the field of learning digital marketing, content marketing, social media marketing, and everything like that along the lines. I'm still a student of the game. So when I see people like Kevin being able to communicate clearly his message and being able to touch the heart and minds of many, it makes me feel like, you know what, man, maybe maybe there is hope for a person like me out there, even though there may be people who may not be able to receive the communication that I'm trying to get across. Still, at the end of the day, though, being relatable is always a good starting point. Being humorous is a good starting point, right? The legacy of Kevin Samuels, man. And yeah, like many have said, everybody's thinking, oh man, who's gonna be the next guy? Who's gonna be the next guy? We're all the next. We're all next. The message was for you to be next in your own way, in your life. Dang it. Step up. Be the best that you could be in your life. You know what I'm saying? Take the crown in your life and really make something of it. That's one thing I realized, man. A lot of modern men, right, that would listen to Kevin Samuels and fund Kevin Samuels, they man, it's like they were hermit crabs in a way. They would find a comfort or something that they feel like they could hide in, and they'll carry that shit. They'll carry that comfort zone wherever they go. But I think Kevin's idea was like, put that shell down and look at that big ass mansion over there. Now that's something that you could be able to achieve, but you gotta put that as an expectation. Don't just live in this one little thing, that you just feel comfortable in. Aim for something bigger. You know what I'm saying? There's bigger palaces out there that you could achieve. Stop living mediocre in life. Stop living average. And these are the things that me personally I took away from his message. Don't live in that comfort zone as a modern man today. Always, strive for more. Be the Henry, as he would say, not the high earner, not rich yet aspect in your life. Where is it that you see yourself achieving the most for yourself in life? And yeah, it's a message that I will forever live with. Set those goals and achieve them. And it's not like if many people haven't said these things either, though, right? There's been a lot of people that's been saying these things. Jay-Z have been saying these things, but it was refreshing to hear it from an elder in today's age, in the digital age, because Jay-Z isn't on social media. 50 and all these people who influence culture so heavily isn't on social media. The new stars are the people on the internet, like Kevin Samuels, right? Because the impact that he had is the same impact that a lot of your favorite celebrities would have. But he wasn't really a celebrity, you would say. He was a modern. He was a high value man amongst the common folks, right? He was able to achieve millions beyond many expectations, right? But he wasn't a person that was walking around with security guards. Still was able to pull 30,000 people, 20,000 people, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, collectively, right? Throughout all his social platforms, Instagram and YouTube, he was able to pull a massive audience. Imagine rappers can't even pull that in a small venue, let alone he did that consecutively for 2 years. So it's like, the impact that this guy has amongst the common man is also something that should be respected. Just a person that's able to do that and still be able to just wake up, go out, go to the local store, get it, shake hands, have regular everyday conversations, isn't being sprawled because of this commercialized celebrity. There's the commercial level of superstardom, and then there's Kevin Samuels, an everyday guy who has been able to achieve great things because he set the expectation for himself. And it's like, modern men, we could do it too. We could do it too. We could do it too. It's definitely gonna be missed, man. He's definitely gonna be missed. I'm definitely gonna miss him. Did I shed a tear? Nah, I didn't shed a tear. I got choked up though. A lot of emotions ran through me, but I was able to maintain a lot of it. But I definitely was choked up, angry. I put my tinfoil hat on. I ran through my conspiracy theories. I hopped online, vented a lot of frustration because of it. But at the end of the day, it's okay to release, but get back on that square. Even Kevin Samuels said, men shouldn't be emotional. Men shouldn't be out here, crying. The only time a man should be out here showing any type of emotion is when a close member of the family dies, mother, father, brother. And even then, they suck it up and they continue as a man to move forward. And a lot of modern men needed that kick in the ass to stop being emotional and start being more aggressive, start being more assertive about what you want out of life. Stop falling short of the glory that you could have within yourself and start moving forward, because the glory was given to man by God. Who did he create first? So the glory has already been put upon us, in us. Shit, we've created a lot of things within civilization and in the world today that makes the world run. So why would you look at yourself in the mirror and see anything less than the great glory of God? Not to take anything away from the woman. Not to say that the women didn't add anything to any of this, but to look at yourself and not see the value within yourself is detrimental to one's mental health, detrimental to one's image, and that's one thing again that I would say I took away from Kevin's legacy. It's like, listen, man, as a modern man, you could strive for more and you could achieve more. You could be. Let me search for the words now. Let me get it together now. Getting choked up again. Let me get it together. Crazy. And I only play the music in the background, you know, because it's like, yo, when you speaking on it, man, play that shit out, man. You know, so you can just sit back and reminisce, man. How I think this all came about. The anomaly in the Matrix. How did Neo, who freed the slaves in the Matrix, in the first Matrix anyways, we're talking about the first Matrix, not the new Matrix, not that weirdo shit that I don't know what the fuck that was, not none of that shit, you know. Even the whole aspect of red pill, blue pill should not go out the window, since the first creators of the Matrix are on that weirdo shit. But anyways, I mean, that's just my opinion, but still, you know what I'm saying, I figured I'd just put that out there. And I think the collective consciousness of man was looking for someone like Kevin to really speak to us, man. And the collective consciousness brought a guy like Kevin forward to us, man. But then again, you know, that's just me being the conspiracy theorist as I am, with my great skin. You know, you wouldn't even think a guy like me is pushing 40. Man, I look good on camera. Shit. Holla at me out there. Modeling agencies, acting agencies, you know. I could do it all, you know. Even tech companies, you know what I'm saying? I understand what it means to be photo shoot fresh. You understand? And yeah, man, make sure y'all holler at me, man. I ain't trying to be out here, you know, wasting away all this good looks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Feeling myself a little bit. I just got to take a little time off just to sidetrack a little bit, just to put it out there for the companies that might be watching us looking for a spokesman. You know, holla at me. Anyways, getting back to the topic at hand. Kevin Samuel's legacy and the future of modern men. What does it take to be a modern man? Confidence, strength, perseverance, endurance, ability to earn, all my life, right? I've always carried myself as a high value man. Even though I may not be out there with all the accolades that come along with it, I've always held myself at a certain standard. I've achieved a lot of great things in my life. If I die tomorrow, I'm happy how my life turned out. If I die today, I'm happy how my life turned out. I have a great family. They've been always supportive of me, from my brother, my mother, my father, from my cousins. Everybody has always been supportive. There's nothing I couldn't ask for. God has definitely blessed me with a great family. Even the friends around me, I am happy with the bad decisions I've made with friends in my life and the good decisions I've made. All because I've always carried myself in a certain way. I've made, you know, that there's people who I don't talk to anymore, and there's people who I do talk to anymore. A lot of people in this point in my life now, I've completely separated from. You know, I believe at certain points in a man's life, he needs to separate himself and go out there and find himself a little bit. Take time away from friends, family, just time alone to think, evaluate your life, and see who belongs and who doesn't. I've done this throughout many times of my life. You know, and it has done me. It has done good. It has done justice in my life to be able to just separate and go out there and just take time to reflect, absorb new cultures, and just really get a taste for what else is out there. I believe every man should be doing that, and I believe many men do that. I do believe, there is a good collective of men out there that do take time to self-reflect on exactly where their future lies and how they could really better themselves. So, as I've continued to eliminate the clutter from my life, because I'm a minimalist when it comes down to physical things as well as emotional, mental things, things on my brain, I've walked away from, a lot of things that aren't serving me. That's what people need to realize. If it's not living up to your expectations, back to Kevin Samuels and his legacy, if you have expectations for what you want out of life and the things around you isn't meeting that, you need to step back, evaluate what you have to remove and what you need to bring in, and execute these things. These things may take some time to achieve, but you're working towards it, and that's the steps, and that's what will make you better when you achieve these things, right? Because you're now acquiring the things that you expect out of life, right? But sometimes, though, I believe that a lot of us need that kick in the ass, or that reassurance, that confirmation to be like, listen, I see what you're trying to achieve. You need to step back. These are the things that you need to do to accomplish what you want to accomplish, and move forward with that. And I felt like I lost a mentor, now that Kevin is gone and whatnot. Definitely feel like I lost a mentor. Because there'll be aspects and avenues that I've never thought of that he would think of, and he would tell you to do. That uncle figure, that mentor figure, not a father figure, but that person that would, like, take the book by Robert Kiyosaki, right? The rich dad, poor dad notion. The poor dad had these type of antics and ideas, but the rich dad was like, listen, man, you do this, this, and that, and this is where you could be. That's what I believe a lot of us really saw when it comes down to hearing what Kevin had to say. As a modern man, we saw that rich dad, poor dad type of situation. Some of us, who had a dad might be able to relate. Some of us who may not have had a dad, not including myself really, but some of those who have not had a dad or may not have had a dad or whatever, these people may have just only heard the rich dad side of things, and which was the more beneficial side of things when it comes down to how they need to carry themselves to be independent and free, right? Interesting. Wow. Definitely drink a lot of water, man. Drink a lot of water, man. Keep yourself hydrated out here. I know a lot of people are angry with themselves. I don't think anybody has any need to really feel angry, though. I feel like we're all right where he needed us to be. You got the information, you got the playbook, You got everything you need. Go back and watch all the videos. Go back and watch, because what's happening now is eventually his channel is going to get taken down. So all the information, everything that's on there, it won't be up before the end of the summer. By the end of the summer, it's going to be gone. Maybe I would assume that it's gone before even the end of the summer. Before the summer even probably kick off. Middle of summer, it won't be there by the end of the summer. All his content is going to be gone, and everybody's going to be like, oh, well, yo, man, you know, you could go back and look at, you know, a lot of his work. Sir, his work is going to be gone. You know, the best thing to do is to have like a online archive of like all Kevin Samuels streams and whatnot, which I don't know if anybody else have been doing it, but I'm pretty sure there's already somebody that's downloading all his shit, getting ready to upload all his stuff onto like a secret server somewhere, that if you have the link access with the code, you could be able to listen and probably watch all his streams, and he's going to charge money for people to listen to it. Because every time I get that feeling that someone is doing it, I'm already sure somebody already is. And every time I get that feeling that it's going to get taken down, somehow it always happens. You know, the instinct of foresight resides within me to the point where I always get that notion that, yeah, okay, I feel like this is about to happen. I should be preparing for it to happen. You know, what am I going to do when it does happen? You know? Crazy. Well, I've said a lot. It's past the half an hour mark. Usually it's best to kick it for about a good hour. I don't know, man. It's crazy though that a lot of these people, like, that's okay. See, now I know why. Now I know why these platforms, in hindsight, right? The way how I'm looking at it now, a lot of these platforms that interviewed Kevin has the essence of his message on their platform. So by Kevin agreeing to be on their platform, he agreed to sign over a piece of his content on their platform. So they kind of own that, right? The owning of that IP exchange. It's not like anybody's platform that he's been on could be like, yo, you got Kevin Samuels in it, you got to take it down. Nah. These things would still remain up. But when the source goes, the only thing that's going to be available is his Vlad TV interview, his No Jumper interview, his Joe Budden interview, his interview on a few of these other black platforms, you know, maybe with O'Shea and whatnot. Like, these are the people that's still going to be able to thrive off of his remaining content, because his message will reside there, and anybody who's looking to gain any value from his message will still be able to get his message through these platforms. But if his information or if his knowledge is stripped, or if his content is stripped from YouTube, which is in the works of happening at this present moment, because if people are taking his content and these struggle streamers are trying to make money off his content because nobody could really strike it now, you know, evidently this is what's going to happen, you know. Especially the people who's trying to talk bad on his name. But Kevin Samuels did leave an estate, which is amazing, which is definitely, I mean, come on, man. The man was smart enough to, you know, climb the heights that he's making $700,000 in 1 month. you're damn straight he's gonna be leaving all this stuff, in an estate. I'm pretty sure he's been getting like, threatening emails and whatnot. So of course, you'll be dumbfounded if you're making millions of dollars. Within 2 months, you made $1 million, $1 million plus, and you don't find a way to start securing the bag. Gotta secure the bag. But I'm not out here pocket watching, man. My name ain't JT. It's trap politics, you know what I'm saying? Politics within the trap. Trapped within politics. Trap Politics TV, trappolitics.com. Make sure you like and subscribe for those watching on the rebroadcast. I appreciate y'all, man, for stopping through, kicking it with the kid as I just express these thoughts that are in my mind, body, and soul. RIP to the legend. RIP to the GOAT. RIP to the prophet. May he rest well. Hopefully he's forgiven and we'll see each other again soon. And with that being said, man, it's your boy Rel, R3, 2 L's. Until next time, peace, love, and prosperity to you and yours out there. Peace.